I feel like the progress I've made would definitely be just continuing to make the right reads, especially at the short roll. Like I feel like that was something that my rookie season I didn't play through as much, was that short roll. But going into next year, I think I have a better idea of one, how we like to play, the pace we like to play at, exactly how defenders guard Caitlin, how they guard Kelsey, and stuff like that, and just understanding like what my position is going to be, and just making sure that I'm able to dominate in all of it.
Go James then.
Ali, I know you talked about this before, but dealing with a lot of scrutiny, noise, whatever. How proud are you of yourself for how you came through this season and obviously growing into the next one?
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself. I feel like, especially to start the season, there was a lot of conversation, a lot of chatter about me personally, about my play, about this team. And I feel like for me, the biggest thing was ignoring all the hate in a sense, because I knew what our goal was here at the Fever, what our focus was. And so for me, it's about keeping my priorities the same, which is coming in, making sure I put in the work, making sure we win some games and continue to grow the franchise.
Go Matt, then we go Chloe.
Yeah, hi, Aliyah. Throughout the course of the year, we got to see the offense, grow more and more each game. So I guess should the front office make some moves or whatever they do, what do you think is the next key for this offense to continue to grow in the next season?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think for us, it's going to make sure that, one, we have depth at every position. I think making sure that we have extra bodies, just because you never know how games go. I mean, in the first, can I get fined for something? Like in the first game, we had to reverse a call, like making sure that stuff like that doesn't happen, foul trouble, like making sure that we have depth. I can't get fined for that. Right? Okay, good. And just making sure that no matter what, we have sharpshooters on the outside, because at the end of the day, like, they're going to play Caitlin, they're going to play Kelsey a certain way, making sure that we have spray outs, automatic makes on the outside as well.
Go Chloe, then Christine.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, I saw you commented on Melissa's post saying she's destined for greatness. Just what has your relationship with her been like, and how have you seen her kind of work through this season?
Yeah, Liz is my sister, and I think we've just been able to build a relationship like that for the past 2 years, and I'm super blessed to always have her in my corner. And I did mean when I say I know that she's destined for greatness, and I think throughout this entire season, this season for all of us wasn't perfect, had its ups and downs, but I think something that I'm so proud of her about is she came in every single day, she had a smile on her face, we made each other laugh, and she just dominated every single time she got that opportunity to. And so I'm really super excited for everything that's to come for her.
Go Christine, then we'll go Dana.
Aliyah, from you commentating last year on the Big Ten Network where you were interviewing Caitlin at times to now being this ABC squared, whatever it was, could you talk about the maturation of your relationship with her on the court and off, and how important that has been to you and to her and to the Fever? Thank you.
I think it's grown a lot from the start of the season to now. I think you definitely just needed to build that bond between us. I mean, it's kind of hard when you come straight from college, and I knew that coming from my rookie season, to kind of just jump into games and have to build that relationship super quick. And so it definitely took more practices, definitely took more games to learn each other and where each other likes to do and stuff like that. But I mean, I think we've done a pretty solid job of that, and it's helped us definitely in games.
Stay Dana, then we'll go to Scott on the left.
Okay. Hi, I was wondering your thoughts on the Alyssa Thomas comments, and if you've witnessed any of that firsthand inside Cambridge.
Yeah, I mean, AT's comments were, it's hard to hear, but it's also the truth in some way. I mean, I wouldn't put everything on Fever fans, but I mean, just overall on social media, I mean, there has been so much hate spread, and even being on this team, like, to start the season, I was at the other end of those hate comments. I was at the other end of every single thing that's to come. They say they support the Fever and everything like that, but I mean, they just said everything under the earth, and it wasn't nice. And I feel like that was a big reason as to why I took a break from social media. And at the same time, it's like, now that the tables have turned and we started winning games, and I started doing better in their opinion, then all of a sudden it was like love comments and, oh my gosh, you're doing amazing. And honestly, it's hard as a player, because every single night we come out here, we're not performing for what you guys think. We are coming out here to do the best that we can to compete every single night. And it's kind of hard, but that's why for us, it's about focusing about the 12 in the locker room. It's about focusing what's important there, keeping those priorities straight, because if you worry about every single thing that happens on the outside, it's kind of hard to win games, and that's exactly what we want to do. But a big part of it too is the storylines that come out. Like, I feel like the media plays a big role in what other people think, whether they watch the game or not. Sometimes people aren't even watching the games; they're just looking at storylines, headlines that come out, and they're running off of that. And it's easy to attach yourself to the Fever because we have a lot of attention around us right now, and it's so easy to say, "Well, I'm a Fever fan, I'm an AB fan, I'm a Caitlin fan," and just dispute hate off of that. And that's never okay. I feel like no matter who you are, what team you play for, like, that should never be the case.
Go Scott, and then go Bob.
In this kind of foundational season, what kind of core principles and culture stuff do you feel like you guys were able to establish as you move forward?
Yeah, I mean, one, just being disciplined. I feel like that was the biggest thing for us. Kelsey would say that all the time. No matter what happens on the court, no matter what's going on, like, we have to be disciplined to what we know is important. I feel like that was a really big part of our foundation. But this other time, it's also writing for us 12. Like, I know I keep saying it, but that is really one of the biggest things that got us through. There's so much outside noise. There's everything that could be said, could be done outside, but we know that when we come in here to compete, it is for the person to our right, it is for the person to our left. Like, we've built a strong sisterhood, and we stand on that no matter what.
Bob, real quick, let me try going to Zoom for one more year. Howard, do you want to go see if we've got all the technical issues worked out? No? Okay, we can't hear it, son.
Well,
Bob, go
you've been
ahead.
around Caitlin for several months now. What are some of the things that she's had to endure on and off the floor that maybe we don't see?
I think to get a better answer to that, you'd have to ask Caitlin, probably. But I think just off of what you can see from the eye, I mean, I feel like Caitlin, everyone had a comment about how she should be playing or what she's doing, her stats. And at the end of the day, I think she's a rookie continuing to figure it out. I mean, she has a lot of attention on her, so there's always going to come scrutiny with that. But I also think that she does a great job of just letting it go off her shoulder, in through one ear, out through the next, because she knows exactly that we trust her, she trusts us. And, like, that's the most important thing at the end of the day.
All right, so the last one, Aliyah, we'll finish up from Howard. What impact did Gillette Law have on your development as a player in person?
Aw, I love Coach Law. I mean, she helped me. I think one of the biggest things she's helped me with is the mental aspect of the game. No matter what happened, Coach Law just continued to remind me to be who I am and never let a team, a player change that, just continue to dominate. But she's still a great mentor to me to this day. We talk every once in a while, and so I just love her, yeah.
All right, thank you, everybody. We'll bring Caitlin in next.